Matt Provence now joined here with our business manager at NJIT, Joe Vacca. Joe, it's pretty much a busy process for you getting these rings ready for the ceremony that took place here at NJIT. Let's talk about the rings. They're beautiful.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, as you said, this is a very special day and moment for our program and for our department and our campus. So we have these beautiful ASUN champion rings for the men's soccer program. So I'll take one out. And as you can see here, I'll start with the front of the ring. You can see it. So we went with this look with a red soccer ball background with our NJIT, what we call our Warrior logo on top this way. It's the first piece you see when the ring is on. And you also see that ASUN Champions branding right there, so people recognize exactly what it was that we achieved here. And if you look on each side, we have 5 stones there, which is a nice touch, a nice shine of, for the ring itself. And if we move on to the sides, so it's a little bit small, which you can see there. When you host the ASUN Championships in any sport, they build a logo that is specific to where the event's hosted at. So obviously being in the metropolitan area, they took the Newark skyline and they created that, and it has the Men's Soccer Championship 2019 with that ASUN logo. So it's pretty cool to have, kind of keep some of that area feel right on the ring when you're showcasing it. Now on the opposite side, we have obviously the names of the student athletes, coaches, administration going across the top. We decided to go with the traditional blue NCAA logo instead of just keeping it kind of in a silver metallic. We wanted that blue to pop to commemorate that appearance. It's our first appearance in the Division I era for any program, so that's why we went with the blue NCAA, so it sticks out. We've got the player's number underneath there so that they have that little piece. And then honestly, my favorite is kind of what's hidden, what you don't see. Underneath, we really maximized this ring the best that we could. So we engraved regular season and tournament champions here. This way, it's on their finger. They can showcase. It's not just what's on the top of the ring with the diamonds or the soccer ball or saying ASUN champions. And to be honest, underneath, if it's a little bit hard probably to see that, but you have the men's soccer program's mantra, which was believing great. Awesome. So they rolled with that from Coach Barboto and his staff and with the kids, and he really instilled that from the beginning of the fall season. So we wanted to make sure that we got that in there underneath. Coach really pushed for it, and we thought it was a nice touch so that whether you're wearing it, whether you display it, when you look back at what that season meant, Coach went with believing great, and when you believe in great rewards will come. So we thought it was a nice addition to the ring.
Certainly did, right? First trip to an NCAA tournament here at the school since 1977. But I want to talk about the ring because you know what? We don't see rings every day in a program, right? For NJIT was 2013, the last time with the women's basketball team. So this is unique. This is beautiful. How long from the start of that first phone call to that manufacturer to when you got the rings? Talk about that process real quickly, if you would.
Yeah, that's a good question, Matt. That process started pretty quickly after our appearance in the NCAA tournament at Providence. We kind of took a look back at the season and kind of got our things together and wanted to recap, and we reached out to some of the other ASUN schools to see who they've worked with in the past on championship rings. And the ASUN works with Barron Rings. They have offices located in the States as well as Canada. So we got on the phone with a rep who works with the ASUN. They've designed rings for the Toronto Raptors for the NBA Finals last year. They do USA Basketball, a lot of other big-time programs, a lot of professional sports teams. So we felt pretty comfortable right off the bat, good relationship, good rapport with them. And I would say from that first phone call and email that was sent and what we were looking at in samples, the process was pretty long. I'm not going to lie, but I think when you have a moment like this and maybe some people will compare this to the moment when you want to pop that question to that special someone, we really put a lot of time and effort amongst ourselves with the coaching staff, with Coach Barboto, with our administration, with Lenny Kaplan, with Andrew Schwartz. We pulled a lot of people in. We wanted to get this right. We wanted this to be a special ring, not just for the coaching staff, but for the student athletes. This is beyond a great achievement for us. Like you said, the first time in 6 years, building a ring out, customizing it, and we just wanted it. We really wanted the ring to have a lot of meaning, so when they look back at it 10, 20, 30 years from now, they can just all those highlights and those great moments, that believe in great, will come back. And we have one in the trophy case downstairs in the facility, with a nameplate on it with the regular season and tournament champions. It's just, it was a great process. It was long. I would say we focused on all the little details, and as you can attest to with us knowing us, we're very detail oriented, and I have to say Barron Rings did a great job. They were great to work with. They really wanted to nail this for us too, because we explained to them that this being a championship, we haven't experienced this a lot. For those schools like the Alabamas, that this is a repetitive thing, maybe that gets boring after a while. For us, this had a whole different meaning to it. So we wanted to make this a special ring for for the coaches, for the student athletes especially, to have this for a very long time. And we could get used to this process, even though it was long. We hope there's more to this, more of these that will come down in the near future.
Okay, I think you guys nailed it. And last quick question before I let you go. Rough ballpark, over, under, within a couple, how many designs went back and forth between your party and Barron?
A few dozen, to say probably the least. Definitely a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls. A few dozen may even be kind of an understatement. But I think they understood us and the amount of detail and time we really wanted to put into this, and they put that same effort and time into the ring as well. I think every second we put into it, like I said, we wanted to make this special for everybody involved, and especially for the student athletes. And again, to me, this process of getting the ring right goes back again to Coach Barboto's mantra, believing great. He instilled that from the moment the student athletes got back on campus, and his staff, to build that tradition and get us to this point. We wanted to make sure that we made the ring great for him and the student athletes, so that they would have this and look at it and be just kind of that wow factor would hit. So every email, every phone call was worth it. And I think if we had to go back, I think we focused on every little detail we could to get this right.
It's awesome, and having been around professional athletics and amateur athletics for such a long time, you guys nailed it. That's an unbelievable job. It's as good as any I've seen, and it shows your commitment back to the student athletes and the coaches who accomplished such an awesome thing by winning the ASUN and advancing to the NCAA tournament. Joe, thanks again for the explanation. Awesome stuff, great ring, and thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Matt. Appreciate it.